Sorry, I got distracted. You distracted me, Ozzy. It's not your fault. You can chat us. You can comment us on the Spreaker panel there. If you, for some reason, don't want to talk to me, if you're afraid I'm going to bite you or do something. Now, I used to be a college professor, and some of my students were afraid to speak to me. When my daughter was younger, she actually thought that I was a little kind of scary. And I guess sometimes I can give...
He still is scary.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Especially when he's angry. You do not want to make him angry. He's worse than the Hulk on steroids.
Worse than the Hulk on steroids, and I even turned green. They told me, no, that's not true. I just turned red. Anyway, so maybe I'm who turns red? Daredevil. If you're into superheroes. Anyway, you can Skype us, you can chat us, and I would love to hear from you. Again, we take or talk about anything. We just don't want anyone to be ripped or bashed or hatred, but we have fully open, no boxes, no political correctness unless you choose to be that way, and it's up to you. Anyway, I was talking before about, unfortunately, all the natural tragedies and natural disasters that have happened. And some people have said, the hurricanes, the earthquakes, the floods, the hurricane that went backwards literally in the Atlantic and smashed into Ireland and the UK, which it's not supposed to do. The fires, terrible fires, especially Portugal, Spain, and in Northern California. Thousands of people in Northern California have had their homes literally burnt down to cinders. Thousands, many thousands. It is a tragedy. It is horrible. They're not funny. They're sad. They're actually tragic. And then we have the sort of unnatural disasters like the shooting in Las Vegas in America by that crazy madman. A lot of people saying that this is all a cosmic something. It's an all cosmic screwing. It's like the greenhouse effect. It's global warming. It's just some sort of craziness that's going on. Or some people just said, look, shit happens, life happens, random crap happens, and this is the way it is. I'd like to know what you think. You can chat me. You can call me. Is it just something that just happens and we just have to deal with it? Is there something mysterious? Is there a conspiracy? Maybe we've all just gone stupid. I don't know. I literally don't know. I don't say that often, but now I'm saying it like 10 times in a row. I don't know what to think of it. It is truly very sad, very tragic how many people's lives have been lost, and the survivors, the family survivors, ruined lives that are ruined. Anyway, off that tragic note, on to a happier note.
All right, we are on. We're gonna be on. We're gonna be on for another 12 minutes. Counting down. So, Ozzy, you've got 12 minutes if you want to call. 12 minutes.
Okay. And thank you for Ashy Seven's technical advice, technical input, technical expertise there, looking at that clock. So anyway, again, this is Radio Chutzpah. We are broadcasting live from beautiful downtown Ra'anana, Israel. We are broadcasting around the world by internet.
We're getting a call.
Skype's
calling us.
Yeah, and you can answer because that is going to be Ozzy.
Hey, hello, Ozzy. Hey, hello. We are very happy, very honored to have you on our show.
Thank you very much. How are you both doing today?
We're doing good. We're doing great. We're doing really good. The weather here hasn't so tootsie fruitsy. It has not been that great. I mean, it was earlier than the week, but today it's shit.
So Ozzy, hi. Thank you for calling. Where in Sweden do you live?
I live up north in Sweden. You are lucky to be having warm weather right now. We're almost below 0 degrees Celsius up here.
Well, that's, I guess, normal for up there, especially already in mid-October. You're not used to it? It still feels cold to you? You don't get used to it?
It is like when it goes from summer being warm to this really cold weather. It's quite changing, getting all dressed and getting ready for the winter, but It's okay. You get used to it.
You get used to
like
it.
I told Ashley one time, if you come here, bring your biggest coat.
Uh-huh. Okay, I see. So are you up north enough in Sweden where like you get extremely long days and extremely long nights?
Well, I'm not that far up, but we get extremely long nights here where I'm too.
Uh-huh. That I would not like. I'm a sun guy. I really would not like if it's dark too long. You know, they say I have SAD, as in seasonal affective disorder.
Yeah,
I love that. I love
Yeah.
those things they come up with.
But that's no surprise because I'm an exact clone of him. Short of a few
Gender.
things.
Short of gender. Yeah, when she used to be little and I used to push her around in a baby carriage, they would look at her and look at me and say, "Hey, that's you without a beard." So I said,
Oh.
no, they did. Those people did. Those people did. So anyway, okay. Yeah, so talk to him. Go ahead. Talk to him. Talk to him.
Okay. Gosh, I wish. Man, I wish we could broadcast for more than 45 minutes. For now, it's for now. We're limited to 45 minutes, but we're hoping that'll be good enough to start off with at least. So
here you're gonna have a pro tip.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have it too long. Get it up and running. Get an audience. Get people watching, people commenting in the live chat before you put on an hour and a half.
Right.
I think this is really good for being your first time, and you're doing really good.
Oh, did you hear that? Oh, my dad is beaming. He's beaming and smiling. He's practically blushing and melting.
It's a cheat.
When
I was a younger man, as my daughter likes to remind me, I'm not. When I was a younger man in America, I used to do some radio and TV, so it's sort of like riding a bike again. I'm a little rusty, but you sort of don't forget. So it's a little bit of a cheat. And Ashley was just born with being in front of people. She's just born that way.
Yes, of course.
But I think you were born with that too, weren't you? You were born like that too. So it's like, so here I thought about, because I just thought about doing this to make you smile and to thank you in my own little special way, and to thank you by singing just for a number of seconds. I'm gonna sing you a little thank you song. Here we go. Thank you, Ozzy, for joining our show. Okay, there we go.
Oh.
You got an applause. You got an ovation. You got an applause there.
Standing ovation.
Oh, okay.
No, you're doing this really good.
Oh, we appreciate it.
I was lucky enough to get it on a local radio station here.
Oh, you're really over the air, as in the old-fashioned way? You're over the air?
Yeah,
really?
Really over there. No internet. I use a little bit of technology.
I told my dad about you. At least once or twice.
That's
I told him
true.
about you. He knows. I told him that you're this guy in Sweden,
and
his
name
is Oscar,
I said, really?
and he's really cool. Yeah.
What did she tell you?
I was just impressed that this guy in Sweden was like a fan of hers, a friend of hers. And I said, there's unfortunately, like I said, I'm not shy about saying things. I'm not always politically correct. So you have to know there's a lot of people in Sweden who don't love us down here too much. So I was just saying, so he's nice to you. He's okay with you. That's all. So
if I could, I would move down to Israel. No joke. I would, because your culture is so. I embrace culture. Different culture is so exciting for me. I grew up. Technically, I grew up in a Jewish family. I had a Jewish friend. I hang around them. I learned about traditions and so on. So I think cool. I would be fitting like a hand in a glove.
That sounds good. Well, you're always welcome. There's an open door here. for you. And if you get too
really
if you get too cold, you can free to come down and warm up. It will be warm here for you, even in the middle of our so-called winter. Our so-called winter, it goes to about 50 degrees. Sometimes 40. I'm talking about Fahrenheit. I never got the hang of Celsius, by the way. I'm in Israel for 15 years, and I have never, ever gotten the hang of Celsius. I consistently have to use Fahrenheit. I consistently have to use miles. I know the kilometers to mile thing is a little easier for me to get my head around, but the temperature thing with Celsius to Fahrenheit is so like Earth to Venus. It's like, forget it. So
I understand that. But when I'm talking about Celsius and Fahrenheit, I always do a little bit of cheating.
Because I still to this day, again, I'm here 15 years, someone will say like, oh my God, it's 30 degrees outside. And I'm going, what? What? It's 30 degrees. And you mean centigrade?
Oh my God.
That was because I would go 30 to this day. It still floors me off. Anyway, Ozzy, we're going to have to run because this little app is going to make us time out in just a few minutes, and I have to do a sign off.
Before we sign out, can I just try out some of the sound effects? Can I try some of the sound effects? He's not going to hear them.
Okay, we have a little quick sound effect clip here. It's going to be like a cheering crowd. And I want to, when we tested it, the person calling couldn't hear it. Only the audience could. So I'm going to run that now. And I'm hearing it. It's a bunch of applause, a bunch of cheering. And it's going to be done in 5 seconds.
Okay, did you hear that?
Did you hear that at all, Ozzy?
Nope.
No, okay.
Not at all.
That's a flaw with this app, is that the sound effects are only heard by everybody but the caller. I don't know why they did that. I'll see if I can do a workaround on that. Anyway, they're about to cut us off. You'll see soon another heads up. We're gonna be on the air again, probably over the weekend, and eventually, like I said, we're gonna take your advice not to make it too long at the beginning because it's just too hard to do, and then expand it out.
To save you from dead air, keep a list of a couple of topics, like.
Yeah, I know.
Maximum 4 topics that you can talk about.
We just did this open-ended completely just to make sure that it works, and that's why I put that it's beta. And when we stop being beta, hopefully very soon, we will have some pre-suggested topics to go into and see where it goes with the audience, but at least where we don't have dead air.
It's 22.
Okay, Ozzy, it's been a pleasure talking to you. So thank you so much for being the first participant, helping us test this out. I hope you stay warm and more often that you stay healthy and happy and safe.
Thank you very much.
And we will be seeing you, talking to you. And again, thank you very, very much. We do appreciate it. Okay.
Thank you, Ozzy. Thank
Bye-bye.
you for gracing us.
Bye.
Okay, you are listening to Radio Chutzpah, and Ozzy was kind enough to be our first full participant on the show. This is our very first broadcast live from beautiful downtown Ra'anana, Israel, and we are looking...
Where it never gets cold. Literally, never.
Okay.
It never even snows.
Well, again, it's all relative.
Like, if you want to build a snowman, you can't do it here.
We are literally down to about 1 minute of time, and I would like to thank everybody who's out there listening, even if you didn't call, even if you didn't chat. Again, we are happy to be here. It's very exciting for us, and we intend to be back on the air sometime this weekend, maybe twice or more this weekend. We will be sending out little blurbs, little tweets, little notices on Facebook to let you know that we are on the air. These broadcasts are going to be automatically recorded and turned into podcasts for your listening pleasure, and we're going to be leaving them on at least for a while. Again, this is Radio Chutzpah, live on the air. That's RADIO, second word CUHTZPAH, and we are so glad to have finally made our first broadcast, and we're looking forward to hearing from you, seeing from you, talking with you, talking about you, whatever. And Ashley has said,
remember, you got chutzpah, prove it, over and out.
Okay, remember, keep your ears on, speak up, and be heard. See ya.
See ya.